The desire to speak to friends and relatives who have passed away reaches every corner of this planet. Just think of all the different ways people try to reach out to loved ones in the afterlife. But is it possible the guy in this video can really be talking with the ghost of Indian movie star Sushant Singh? Or is it just a conversation that is too good to be true?
Are you in the light? Are you with God?
I've got the answer to that otherworldly mystery, plus answers on a couple other things that you guys are curious about. Like this story going around that claims NASA discovered an asteroid made out of gold, a picture that wants us to believe this is a real creature from the sea, and a picture claiming Oreos are coming out with a new cheeseburger flavor. I've got all that, plus a new mystery video, my favorite fake of the week, and a whole lot more. So round up your friends, round up your family, and get ready to test your brains. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be taking a deep dive into that Spirit Box video in just a second, but first, let's take a look at what's on the real or fake radar this week. One of the more popular submissions this week was this video going around about a baby Godzilla being caught on camera. Guys, you know, I can see why you might think this looks like a Godzilla, but truth be told, it's just a marine iguana doing its thing, okay? Now, if I can only just find the answer to this Godzilla in the sky picture.
A rare blue moon on the night of Halloween this year is a prophetic sign of the end of the world.
Also trending this week is people getting scared about this blue moon that is appearing on Halloween this year. Some people think it means it will be Judgment Day, but guys, the only thing blue moon means is that it is the second full moon in a single calendar month. The rest of it is just silly superstition. Speaking of Judgment Day, there seems to be growing interest in this prediction that the world is going to end on December 21st this year, only a few days before Christmas. Now, I don't have an answer on this one yet, but I am thinking about making it a topic for next week's video, so stay tuned. Okay, so now, what about this video where a guy claims to be talking to the ghost of Bollywood movie star Sushant Singh? The video was sent in by Raheen Riyas and Sajal Rastogi. Sajal wrote, "I want to know if this video is real or fake." Guys, that is a really tough question, but you know what? I like challenges, so let's take a look. The video, it turns out, was produced by a YouTube channel called Huff Paranormal, hosted by Jeff Huff.
Just a reminder, everything I do here is 100% real. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've created and invented devices to do this effectively, more clearly, to allow spirit to have a voice, to allow spirit to be more direct.
Now, you guys who live in India know who Sushant Singh is. He's a famous young actor in India. He died in the middle of June this year.
Sushant, as you know, was a rising star who had captured the nation's imagination, most notably with his portrayal of MS Dhoni, screen blockbuster biopic. Some of his recent films like Chichore were sleeper hits.
Steve makes contact with Sushant and gets him to talk.
So if you have a message, Sushant, feel free to come through.
But now,
in addition to this video, Steve made 2 follow-up videos with Singh. One of them included a woman named Debbie.
Do you have anything to say to Debbie, who's right here?
On all 3 videos, Steve thanks Sushant for coming through and talking with him. He also thanks his fans.
All right, well, thank you, Sushant, okay? Thank you so much. And there we go.
Okay, so now basically, there you have it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the links to the original videos down in the description box. So if you want to stop this video here, go watch the entire length of all those videos before you make up your mind. feel free to do so. But what I really want from you guys right now is to hear what you are thinking, okay? Now, did Steve Huff really communicate with the ghost of Sushant Singh in the spirit world? Or do you think this is not really happening? Or do you think it's just unknown, as in there is no way Bill could ever come up with a solid answer for this one? Go ahead and let the world know what you're thinking by vocalizing your answer, okay? Either say real, fake, or unknown. You got it? All right, let's go. Hey, while you guys are making up your mind and letting the world know what your answer is, what do you say we take a look at this week's mystery video? The video was sent in by Uma Ravia, and people, I have no idea what's going on here. I mean, is that guy actually flying because he's got the extinguisher going? I don't know. Tell you what, if you've got some solid smoking gun, or in this case, extinguisher proof, please email me at billschannel@gmail.com. The first few people who nail it will get a shout out in my next video. And now about last week's mystery video regarding that Chinese river monster. The first three to come up with a smoking gun on this one is Yusuf, somebody not saying who, and Willie E. Turns out this river monster is nothing more than a plastic industrial airbag. I'm not kidding, it's a big fat airbag. Here are some pics of workers pulling the airbag out of the water after this video originally went viral. Coming up, did Steve Huff really communicate with the ghost of Indian actor Sushant Singh? Okay, now that we got all that taken care of, what do you say we find out what the truth is about that spirit conversation with the ghost of Sushant Singh over there in India, or wherever he is? Whoa, this is a lengthy answer here. Just give me 1 second. Let me take a look at this. Okay, well, you know, as I've told you guys over and over, you know, when it comes to the spirit world, well, you know, it's really hard to come up with solid evidence or a smoking gun, anything that we can nail it to the wall once and for all, as we like to say around here. And in this particular case, well, we had to leave it as, you might guess, fake. The first solid evidence that got us on the road to this decision is the equipment being used, especially this box right here. I sent out a screen grab picture of this thing to some Facebook techie groups to see if they recognized it. Craig Friday kindly sent me a link to what it really is. It's an H9 Eventide harmonizer effects pedal. It adds all sorts of special effects to sound like reverb, delay modulation, pitch shifting, and distortion effects. Now add to this technological information this video by sound designer Jazim, and you'll see we actually found our smoking gun.
2 days ago, my fiance told me that a YouTuber had managed to make a connection with the spirit of Sushant Singh and also capture the entire thing on video. I watched the video, and being a sound designer, I could immediately tell that it's fake.
I don't know how he did it, but Jazim found an earlier interview with Sushant and actually found the exact lines that Steve Huff used in his video.
In the film where he asked me that, okay, somehow show me that this time you're thinking about.
Jazim took the thinking about phrase and then did some sound design work on it.
Thinking about.
It's obviously the same phrase, but Steve, to make things more interesting, uses titles to change what Jazim was actually saying. Now instead of saying thinking about, he's saying thanking God.
If you have anything else to say to them, now is your chance. Come on through if you can.
Jasm then provided a second example to help convince people how this trick was pulled off.
It has to do with my experiences and my exploring, my failures, my stumbling upon something.
Do you have anything to say to Debbie, who's right here?
My exploring.
Okay, well, wow, huh? All I gotta say is I think the lesson here is that when it comes to media, social media, we have to remain very skeptical, people. We have to question everything, especially before you share it with somebody. Next up is this story claiming scientists have found an asteroid that has a lot of gold in it. It was sent in by Eric Ruther, who wrote, "Is this a real asteroid with gold in it, or a big fat asteroid fake?" Eric, as far as I know, asteroids are usually made up of rock, not metal. But then again, you know, space is pretty deep, so I guess anything's possible. According to this article, the asteroid has enough gold in it to turn everyone on Earth into a billionaire. This picture used to illustrate it is said to be an artist's concept of the golden asteroid. Okay, time to let me know what your answer is. Is this story real or maybe not? Go ahead and yell out your answer so the whole world knows what you're thinking. And I will pull out this and we'll see what we got here. I mean, can you imagine, you know, we hear about all these asteroids headed for Earth, that if one of them was made out of gold, I mean, can you imagine how many governments and companies would be like out building rocket ships to go up there and get some of that stuff? It would be one crazy time, huh? Not that we don't already live in crazy times, but anyway, let me give you the answer to this crazy story. And as you might suspect, the official answer is real. The asteroid is called 16 Psyche, and while it's not entirely gold, it is made up of a variety of precious metals that are worth more than 10,000 quadrillion dollars.
Now NASA, led by researchers at Arizona State University, plans to send an unmanned spacecraft to orbit 16 Psyche, an asteroid roughly the size of Massachusetts.
Now guys, don't get your hopes up of getting a piece of that golden asteroid anytime soon. Just to fly there will take 7 years. In the meantime, I suggest what you can do is watch out for that rain filled with gold coins that's been reported in India. Coming up, is this weird creature picture for real? And is it true there's a cheeseburger Oreo in your future? Okay, so now what about this picture? It was sent in by Diver Deeper 16, who just wrote, "Is this a real sea creature or one of those Photoshop hybrid things?" Diver, you know, when I first saw this picture, I thought maybe what we're dealing with here is a false killer whale, like that one in the picture that Paula Lee recently sent in. But then I compared the two, and well, like, no way. All right, guys, time to add to your scores. If you think this is a real creature of some kind, yell out real. If on the other hand, you think this is, well, created by somebody in their computer, well, then you just yell fake. And if you think we don't have an answer, well, you just say unknown. All right, so you guys get that done, and I'm gonna start getting this done. And we're gonna find out who's got it right and who's got it wrong. I mean, are you keeping score? You should keep a little notepad, because if you're in a group, you can find out who the winner is. The loser can buy the pizza or something like that. Here we go. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, the answer on this particular question is, are you ready for this? Real. Guys, this creature is an Irrawaddy dolphin. It lives near seacoasts and in estuaries in Southeast Asia. They grow up to about 7 feet or 2.3 meters long and weigh up to 440 pounds or 200 kilograms. The Irrawaddy is best known for helping fishermen catch fish in exchange for a part of the haul. I'm not kidding. The only problem is they're currently listed as an endangered species. So fishermen, take care of those guys. Oreos come in all sorts of flavors, but what about cheeseburger? The picture was sent in by Tyree Cloyd, who just wrote, "Is it true or just a big fat fake?" Tyree, I know Oreos come in lots of flavors, like jelly donut, avocado toast, hot and spicy cinnamon, and even Swedish fish. But I've never heard of this cheeseburger flavor. Okay, cookie lovers, let's see how well you know your Oreos. If you think they really are making a cheeseburger flavored Oreo, then go with real. But if this is just a bad tasting joke, go with fake. And if you are not sure that we are sure, then you can always just go with unknown. All right, so let's see what the old red envelope has to say here. Now, to be fair, I gotta warn you, I did a little research on this one, and I came up with this video. It shows a guy that actually found a Oreo cheeseburger at McDonald's. So maybe McDonald's is already into the act with this stuff. So FYI, in case you want to change your answer, don't want to be the one buying the pizza now, do you? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, well, I hope you didn't change your answer to the wrong answer, or you changed it to the right answer, because either way, the official answer is fake. Thanks to an article by Lucia Peters in Bustle magazine, we now know this prank got started on a YouTube channel called Reckless Eating. Chris Reckless and Matt Zion do a segment called Will It Cookie?
So we're gonna make cheeseburger Oreos. We had a friend on Twitter, which you can click right there, and it'll take you over to the store. We can't click it because it's...
About 2 minutes into the video, a cheeseburger Oreos package appears, but it's just a fake graphic created by freelance illustrator Beck McCoy. And well, as you can imagine, the picture flew out over the internet from there and even morphed into a similar gag related to McDonald's. The guy who made this video was just doing a spoof on that.
I found it. McDonald's Oreo cheeseburger. Do you believe it? Let's see.
All right, so now I have a couple of quick blips on the radar for you. What do you think about this video with two gigantic sea lions on top of that boat? Real or fake? Well, the answer is... David Neal sent in this picture. David, I know there are a lot of people out there who believe giants once roamed this earth, but this is not one of them. The team detected alteration of the image. And Junior Caballero sent in this picture asking if Chuck E. Cheese recycles old pizza. Notice the different sizes of the pizza in this tray. Junior, that picture may be real, but the accusation is 100%. All right, well, you know what time it is now, right? I'm getting ready to show you my favorite fake of the week, so don't go anywhere. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. If you have a picture and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave links or suggestions in the comment section because really, the only thing that is going to do is turn me into a mega screamer screaming, "You're driving me crazy!" See you next time. And now, for my favorite fake of the week, the video was sent in by Dove Attack. The monkey is holding a controller, but is not for the drone we see. That's being flown by a professional cameraman off camera. Now, why is this my favorite fake of the week? Well, because the video was actually used to raise funds for wildlife conservation in Africa in the very same area where Bill, me personally, went to go see mountain gorillas. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.